welcome back. Class 472, vocabulary. Are you ready? Adecuadamente, adequately, adequately, adequate, adecuado, adequate, adequate, y adecuadamente, adequately, 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 appropriately, adequately. Agresivo, aggressive. Am I an aggressive teacher? Do I teach aggressively? Aggressive. Don't be so aggressive. You have an aggressive approach to everything. Nacimiento, birth, birth, birth. Birthday, o sea, día de nacimiento, día de nacimiento, el cumpleaños, birth. The birth of a nation, el nacimiento de una nación. The birth, childbirth. Yes, durante el parto is during childbirth. Birth, yes, the birth. The birth of Christ, the birth. All right, una manta, blanket. No una manta de pez, manta de taparte la cama. Yeah, it's different. Blanket, como blanket, blanket. Escrito blanket, blanket, blanket. ¿Cómo suena? Con K. A blanket, manta. Tengo una manta en mi cama. I have a blanket on my bed. There's a blanket. All right. Presupuesto, budget. El presupuesto, budget, ojo. Budget es presupuesto de gastos. It's a budget. Presupuesto como estimación del coste is an estimate. For example, if you speak to a painter, quiero que usted me pinte la casa. I want you to paint my house. How much? And the painter says, excuse me, I will prepare an estimate. Let me check your house and I will prepare. Le preparé un presupuesto para la pintura de la casa. It's an estimate. Estimación, vamos, estimate. Ahora bueno, presupuesto en una empresa, su presupuesto, o un presupuesto personal de lo que gastas. 200 euros per month in gasoline, 300 euros a month in food, 200 euros a month in education for the children, etc. That's the budget. Es que budget, pronunciado, budget, budget, butter, mantequilla, budget. El presupuesto de mantequilla, the butter budget. Budget, 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 budget. Elegante, elegant. Elegant, yes. A very elegant person. Temor, miedo, fear, fear. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. Why am I afraid? Because I fear, temo todo. I fear everything. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. No nada que temer que el miedo mismo, el temor mismo. That was Franklin Roosevelt. You have nothing to fear but fear itself. Fear. All right, it's el miedo. Frustrante, frustrating. Frustrante, frustrating. Learning English is frustrating, don't you agree? Teaching English is also frustrating. I don't know what's more frustrating, Marta. Teaching English or learning English? For me, teaching English, and for you, learning. But I think teaching is more frustrating. Yeah. Because people make the same mistake every time. Yeah. You're making the same mistake. I have corrected you 47 times. And you still make the same mistake. It's very frustrating. Frustrating. All right. Luna de miel, honeymoon. Honey, miel, luna, honeymoon. Luna de miel. However, usually in Spain you say viaje de novios. No luna de miel, but you can say both. Yeah. I spent my honeymoon on the island of Madeira, in the Portuguese island of Madeira. That's where I spent my honeymoon. Honeymoon, 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 honeymoon. In teoría, in theory, in theory, theory, teoría, theory. En teoría, in theory. In theory, in practice. In theory, in practice. Teórico. Ojo, en inglés, teorético. Theoretical. Theoretical. Todo es teórico aquí. Everything is theoretical. Teoría y práctica. Theory and practice. In theory. Naturalmente. Naturalmente. Naturally. Of course. Naturally. Voy a actuar de una manera natural. And all I have to do is act naturally. Ringo Starr cantaba una canción. They're going to put me in the movies. They're going to make a big star out of me. They'll make a show about a man who's sad and lonely. And all I got to do is act naturally. Whew. Ringo Starr from the Beatles. This is one of the Beatles songs, but Ringo was the singer. They're going to put me in the movies. Así lo dice, así. They are going to put me in the movies. Me van a poner en las pelis. They are going to put me in the movies. They're gonna put me in the movies. They're gonna put me in the movies. They are going to make a star, estrella, out of me. De mí van a crear una estrella de cine. They're gonna make a big star out of me. They'll make a film, harán un filme. They'll make a film about a man who is sad and lonely. Hará una película de un hombre que es triste y solitario. They'll make a film about a man who's sad and lonely. And all I got to do is act naturally. And all I have got to do, lo único que tengo que hacer es actuar de forma natural, porque ya soy triste y solitario. And all I have got to do, Ringo Starr said, all I got to do, gotta. I have got to. They're going to put me in the movies. They're going to make a big star out of me. They'll make a film about a man who's sad and lonely. And all I got to do is act naturally. De forma natural, actuar naturalmente. All right, naturally. Do they deserve this? Huh? All right. Predominant. What's the predominant object on this table, Marta? For you, what's the predominant object? The guitar? The microphone? The pencils? The white part in the middle? What's the predominant part? You think the guitar? What object stands out for the viewer? To stand out. Stand is de pie, but stand is destaca. ¿Qué objeto destaca más que? I think the guitar. Don't you? Yeah, or me. I stand out more, right? But if I'm not here, which one is predominant, the predominant object? Now, if I put this here, of course, maybe this is predominant. And all I've got to do is act naturally. Well, the movie's gonna make me a big star. Might win an Oscar, you can never tell. Puede que gane un Oscar, nunca se sabe. I may win an Oscar, you can never tell. The movies are gonna make me a big star because I can play the part. Well, hacer el papel también. Because I can play the part so well. All right. Yes. I would love to sing. If I become a singer in the future, Marta, I'm going to use a classical microphone. Pull the ribbon from my hair. All right. Strangers in the night. Why not? Okay. Is that okay? Yeah? All right. Predominante. Predominant. This class is degenerating, eh? Don't you think? Está degenerando la clase, eh? Trimestralmente, quarterly. Quarter. About 1 week ago I told you, quarter, como un cuarto, quarter, es un trimestre en el mundo económico y de los negocios. En el mundo educativo se dice trimester. Trimester or semester. In business we say 1 quarter and 1 half year, medio año. We don't say semester, usually. Quarter, y trimestralmente is quarterly. Máquina de coser, sewing machine. Sew, a needle pulling thread, to sew on a button, remember sew? Sewing machine. Yes, sir. Estricto. I can't read these things. Entiendo extracto. Pero con ese, no, it's not right. It's estricto. Strict. I'm a strict teacher. I'm not a lenient teacher. I demand a strong effort from you. And if you don't make a strong effort, out. I'll kick you out of the class if you don't make a strong. I'm a very strict teacher, rigorous. Los marines aquí, eh? It's like the Marines, all right? Boot camp, campamento base. This is the boot. Boot, ¿sí? Campamento bota, como las botas. Boot camp is the first introductory camp for the new recruits, nuevos reclutas. You know, they shave their hair, and officer, oficial, caballero. Do you remember? Caballero. Do you remember? Yeah, it's boot camp. That's boot camp. That's here. Strict. Asegurar, to assure. Te aseguro que es verdad. I assure you. I assure you it's true. I assure you. Yeah. Te lo puedo asegurar, eh? Te lo aseguro. I assure you it's true. En español se dice te lo aseguro. En inglés decimos te aseguro, que es verdad. Te lo aseguro, te lo aseguro. I assure you. I assure you. To assure. Cobrar. Cobrar o cargar un precio. Aplicar un precio is to charge. Me has cobrado 15 euros de más. You charged me 15 euros more than the price. You overcharged me. Me has cobrado de más is you overcharged. Me has cobrado de menos, you undercharge. But to charge, claro. Cobrar también is to collect. Las cobranzas, los cobros. Yeah, you collect. Si vendes un producto, realmente no lo has vendido hasta que no lo cobres. Hasta que no cobres el dinero. No es una venta de verdad. So if you sell something, you need to collect from the customer. If you don't collect from the customer, eso es coleccionar. Collect is cobrar dinero. Cuando lo recibes y lo ingresas, that's to collect. Now to charge is cobrar. ¿Cuánto me cobras por una clase de inglés? Eso no es collect, porque no es una cobranza. Es cargar un precio, aplicar un precio. So it's charge. How much do you charge for English classes, Richard? I don't teach English anymore for money. I teach for free. But how much do you charge? I don't charge anything. It's free. Now, if you want me to give you a class personally, I don't know how much I'll charge. It's my time. I don't know. To charge. To charge. Contener is to contain. To contain. That cup contains 20 pencils. It doesn't contain any water. You see, there's nothing. There's no water. It doesn't contain any. Now, it doesn't contain anything. Bueno, contenía cosas, yeah. Yeah. From the pencils. Now it contains 20 pencils, I think. Are there 20 or 19? Do you know? Are there 20 pencils or 19? Shall we count them? You want me to count the pencils? How much time do we have? Do we have time to count the pencils? Yeah, to count the pencils? All right. It's the final countdown. Oh, we have plenty of time to count the pencils. You know, I'm not sure if there are 20. Okay. 2. All right. 4. 6. 8. All right. 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Marta. 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 Es un dicho en inglés. 2, 4, 6, 8. ¿A quién agradecemos o apreciamos? 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? All right. The books. All right. So there's 8, 10. All right. Here we have 10 pencils. Here we have 10 pencils. Now, do we have 10 pencils here? Shall we count them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're missing one. We're missing a pencil. Let's find out, averiguemos. Let's find out what color we're missing, because there should be 2 of each color. Now, there are 2 orange pencils. Here we have 2 blue pencils. Here we have 2 purple pencils. Here we have 2 pink pencils. All right. Up to now, no problem. Up to now, so far, no problem. All right. Here we have 2 brown pencils. Here we have 2 red pencils. Here we have 2 white pencils. And, my God, here we have 2 dark blue pencils. We're missing a black pencil, Marta. We're missing a black pencil. O también se puede decir, a black pencil is missing. Directamente, sujeto pencil. A black, Marta's looking around. Okay. Tomorrow, Marta, I want to find that black pencil. Pase lo que pase. No matter what happens, I want to find that black pencil. The black pencil never told me. Hey, the next time tell me if you're alone. He said, mi pareja, ¿dónde está? Es un lápiz sin pareja. Yeah. Lonely. Yeah. I'm so lonely I could die. All right. So let's put the pencils back in the cup and put the cup back where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be right there. It's not supposed to be over there. It's supposed to be right here. Right there. Okay, good. All right, let's continue. I've lost my place. También. You know, maybe, just a second. Let me check here. Hay cosas por aquí. Nope. It's over there, probably. Or there's a big table over there next to the mirror. Where? On the floor. Is it on the floor? No, I can't see it. I don't know where it is. It's probably over there. Next to on the big table. On the small table, I doubt it. Lo dudo, I doubt it. But it's probably over there. We'll find it, Marta. One way or another. De una manera o de otra. One way or another. We'll find it. All right. Querer es poder. Right? Where there's a will, there's a way. Donde hay una voluntad, hay un camino. Where there's a way. Marta sigue mirando. Come on, Marta, don't worry. After the class. Yeah, she's worried now. 19 pencils. Yeah. All right. So, where are we? Contener is to contain. The cup contains 19 pencils right now. All right. Maybe tomorrow it will contain 20. Who knows? Descubrir is to discover. Christopher Columbus discovered America. Discover. When I came to Spain, I remember my first year in Spain, I spent a lot of time watching television. Now, when I came to Spain, el Rey Juan Carlos, el Rey Emérito, era el príncipe. And again, Franco was still alive when I came to Spain. And I remember watching television. There were only 2 channels. Well, solo había un canal y medio. La primera cadena de televisión española y la segunda, which is maybe 7 hours. And I remember once watching the news, el príncipe ha descubierto una placa. I said, what? What do you mean? Because in English, to discover is, anda, mira lo que he descubierto. I said, anda, mira, una placa. Okay, we say to unveil, desvelar, o sea, de quitar el tupido velo, ¿no? To unveil is descubrir. Claro, you understand? Eso es descubrir una placa, descubrir una estatua, something. And he said, descubrir, and I said, to discover? And I was imagining the prince, look, Sophia, look what I found, a plaque. All right. So, but to discover in English is descubrir algo desconocido. Do you understand? To discover. Or to find out, cuando es averiguar algo. Como he descubierto que Juan ya no trabaja aquí. I found out. Okay, prever is to forecast. Espera. Prever is to foresee. Ojo. To foresee. Aquí dice forecast, which is correct. Claro, la previsión del tiempo, el hombre del tiempo o la mujer del tiempo prevé. Por eso se dice previsión. Viene prever. Prevé el tiempo. That's to forecast. Prever el futuro. Hacer una previsión. Hacer un pronóstico is to forecast. Now, to foresee is To foresee es anticipar, viendo el futuro y viendo algo en el futuro que tú crees que va a pasar. Eso es to foresee. To foresee. Yo preveo, no lo preveo. O sea, I don't foresee it. But the forecast is más técnico. Las previsiones, los pronósticos. A forecast. Mantener una reunión is to hold a meeting. To hold a meeting. Saltar o omitir is to skip. Mira. La lista 4 para el próximo. La voy a saltar. No me gusta esta lista número 4. I'm going to skip it. To skip. To skip. Da, 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 da. That's a skip. To skip. It's not to run, and it's not to walk. It's to skip. Skip. But the skips is used more for omitir, saltar. Mira, salta el número 3. Está mal. Sáltalo. Skip it. Skip it. Skip it. You can skip number 3. I'm going to skip list is not true. I'm not going to skip list number 4. So you can prepare list number 4 for the future. Not for tomorrow, but for the future. You can skip number 4. All right. Saltar, omitir, to skip, según seguir en contacto is to stay in touch. To stay in touch or to keep in touch, both. To stay or to keep. Sigamos en contacto, mantengamos el contacto. Let's keep in touch. Let's stay in touch. Ropa interior. Underwear. All right, underwear. Underwear, llevar. Under, bajo. Underwear. Y por último, bienestar. Well-being. Hoy en día muchos dicen wellness. I hate the word, I'm sorry. I don't like the word wellness. Es un invento de, I don't know where. England, the United States, Spain, wellness. Mindfulness, wellness, I don't know. Yeah, for my next life. Well-being. Well-being is bienestar. Well-being. All right, we still have time to start with Inés Garcia. We have about 4 minutes, 3 minutes, something like that. Yeah, 3 or 4 minutes. I'm going to start with Inés Garcia. Inés Garcia had never been so excited in her life. Ever since she got back to Seville from Paris 2 months ago, she had talked to Francois Monet on the telephone almost every day. It's a good thing he usually called her, because otherwise her father might have said something about the telephone, about the phone bill. All right. Inés Garcia went to Paris. You remember. I no paro, boys. Inés Garcia went to Paris and spent a few days with Francois. You remember in the rowboat in Boulogne Forest, north of Paris. And she had a wonderful time. Now she's back in Seville. Now she's back. Now she has returned to Seville. She's back in Seville, and she had never been so excited in her life. Emocionada. All right. Ever since she had gotten back, desde el mismo momento que había vuelto a Sevilla, desde París, from Paris, 2 months ago, she had talked to Francois. 2 months, eh? She's been back in Seville for 2 months. She has talked on the telephone with Francois almost every day. Hola Inés, ¿cómo estás? Te estoy echando de menos. With a French accent, no sé decirlo. I don't know how to say it. Soy François. ¿Cómo allez-vous? How are you? ¿Cómo ça va? It's a good thing it's a good thing. Menos mal que él solía llamarle a ella. Porque si no hubieran, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing he called her. And not vice versa. Do you understand? Vice versa. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing he called, que él la llamaba ella, le llamaba ella. It's a good thing he called her. And not vice versa. Because otherwise, porque de otro modo, because otherwise ¿qué? Her father, no? Otherwise, her father might have said something. Podría haber dicho algo. A lo mejor, posiblemente habría dicho algo. Might have said something to her about the phone bill. You know, a telephone call every day. You know, from Seville to Paris costs more money than from Seville to Córdoba. All right. And so, because it's roaming, it's in Europe. But no, Francois called Inés almost every day. Okay. Now, a week earlier, una semana antes, he had mentioned to his uncle, Pierre Monet, that he was looking for a way to bring Inés to live in Paris. The next day, Pierre called him to say that he had spoken to his friend, the chairman of Peugeot, you remember, about a job. So Francois is trying to find a job for Inés in Paris so that she can come and live with him in Paris. Yeah. Okay. So things are advancing. The plot is thickening. The plot is thickening. Se espesa la trama, como decimos en inglés. All right. See you tomorrow.